All right, we're live. Welcome.
We are.
Hey, Flip, how's it going?
Good.
It's good to see you.
I know. Our non-consecutive podcast recording.
Yeah, exactly. Let me turn your voice down over here. You're right. I've got you echoing in my ear, and I think that's better. Talk again, and then see.
Oh, it's like your dream come true.
Oh, there it is. Oh, so much better. No, so much better. So much better now.
Two of me.
We do not need two of you. That's for sure. We're back after a little bit of a break. Yeah, we had some stuff going on. I went to the Grand Canyon.
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a little bit of traveling.
Was that the first time you'd ever been?
Yes, it was the first time.
Okay.
Why are you talking to me? Have you been to the Grand Canyon?
I've been twice. I went when I was
twice?
like 6 years old.
How did you get there?
My grandparents, we took a motorhome all the way out west.
I was going to say, because you don't fly.
No, ended up at the Grand Canyon.
Okay.
But then the last time I was out there, that was the last time I flew. Was
to the Grand Canyon?
Mm-hmm. Well,
I thought you went to a comedy show in North Carolina. You lied to me.
L.A. No, I mean the last time before this past.
I know what you meant.
Leanne Morgan.
I know what you meant.
Last time before this.
Yeah.
Last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you did. So wait, why did you go to the Grand Canyon twice? I don't think that's necessary, is it? I mean, that's one place that doesn't change a whole lot over the millions of years it's been there. It's still a hole. Could you tell? Did it get deeper? Did it get shallower?
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember a lot of it from the first time I went when I was like 6.
Okay.
So going and took the helicopter down.
Oh, you did. You did the helicopter.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
That was.
Yeah. No, we didn't do that.
Looking back, that was not the greatest
wouldn't have
idea,
done the
I guess.
helicopter?
But yeah, it was. Yeah, there's not much soft landing around the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, I don't. They were running hot like the whole time, like constantly when we were there. There's one coming in, one going out, one coming in, one going out. Like there's a ton of helicopter tours.
Yeah,
and I just don't think I could.
I know. I wouldn't do it again.
I don't think I'm interested in that though. I love the beauty of this world and this country.
I do too.
To me, that going to the Grand Canyon looked like a different planet.
Yes.
It looked like, you're on Mars or something. Not that I've been to Mars, but I could just only imagine what it looked like. But that said, I don't know that I need to go again. Mm-hmm. Like I've seen it. I think it's really cool.
It's kind of like a one and done kind of.
Yeah. I didn't hike down to the bottom of it, but I don't really have any goals to hike down to the bottom of a giant hole.
Right.
That's never been on my bucket list. Hike to the bottom of a giant hole. And then hopefully you get out. It's not just any hole. It's a very hot hole once you get down there.
It's a very hot hole, yeah.
It's a hot hole, and there's a lot of snakes and just creepy things once you get down there.
Yeah.
That's not been on my list. Never in my life did I write that down. Like, this is my goal.
We're never going to be sponsored by the National Park Service, I don't think.
No, probably not. Look, no, it is a beautiful park. In fact, the Park Service, the National Park Service is what makes that park great. Because if it were not, there would be no paved trails around the rim for us to go just casually walk. And that was nice. I think we walked like 5 or 6 miles just casually around the rim of of the south rim of the Grand Canyon, which was really nice. And we had lunch, and it's like you wouldn't be doing that probably without the National Park Service and all the different things that they've set up there. So
or Teddy Roosevelt. I was listening to a thing with Ken Burns because he's got the new documentary series about the American Revolution coming out.
That's right. And you just turned 65. I forgot about that. Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I love American history so much. And I've seen just about everything that Ken Burns has done. But that's one of the things he was saying. He would mention the Grand Canyon and Teddy Roosevelt. He was so instrumental in preserving all of this for his grandkids and great grandkids to enjoy one day. And he's like, if it wasn't for him, the Grand Canyon would just be like maybe one little lookout there, and then everything else would be all built up with condos and everything else around it. So it's interesting to think about with all the national parks and stuff.
It really is. And so happy that they did preserve all that space.
Yes.
And it isn't just built up like it'd be so sad to go. I mean, it's cool to go in. We ate at a restaurant that overlooks, that has the windows overlooking. And that was so cool. But it'd be really sad if when you were sitting in there on the other side, you saw other condos and other people looking back at it. It's like, it's neat because you do feel like you're in a different planet. And the only reason that is because there's nothing out there.
Right.
When you're looking out, there's nothing. I mean, for miles upon miles. And that's a really cool experience to have. And there just aren't, at least in this part of the country and world, there aren't a whole lot of places for that. Where we are. Yeah. I mean, out west, I guess there are more places like that. That's not entirely uncommon where you can look out for miles and miles and miles and see nothing. But around here, that's not really the case. Yeah. Unless you look out over the Gulf of Mexico.
What was that? Yellow Card song. They paved paradise and put up the parking lot.
That's what
was that? Who was that?
Not
Yellow Card. What
no,
was
I know. I've been hanging around this town. Who sings that? Counting Crows.
Counting Crows.
Counting Crows. Yeah. All but right. I think, but what you're right. But that was a remade song. Big Yellow Taxi. Who was that originally by? Joni Mitchell.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the Counting Crows redid it with Vanessa Carlton.
Oh, Vanessa Carlton. Okay.
Yeah, look at that. Some pretty cool facts. Hopefully I didn't sing enough of the Counting Crows for them to want money from me. If so, I apologize, guys. Love you, Adam. You're the best. Let's hit the intro. Let's get this podcast number, episode 31, officially started right here. All right, officially underway, episode 31. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We're live on some of our streaming social media platforms this morning as we also record the podcast here. We record it to air later on Spotify and Amazon and all the different places you listen to your podcasts at Flippin' Street or Make It Weird. But we also decided just recently to do it live. And hello, live viewers. Feel free to make a comment wherever you are. We can see the comments. We can share the comments. Good, bad, or anything in between. We like to hear from you, so just give us a shout, and we'll share some of those and respond to those, especially if you have any questions or any thoughts that come up during the show that you'd like to share with us. I would like to share with you just what Flip sent me right before we started the show. You know I love lighthouses.
Yes.
And so you sent me this right here. This is Virginia Lighthouse that's for sale for $450,000. I've seen this. It's been for sale before. It was for sale for only $100,000 when I saw it before. And I was really, really tempted to buy this. I think it was like $100,000. I'm going to look and see. Maybe it was $1 million. Maybe it's gone down. I think it was $100,000 because I think they upgraded it since.
Did it say DIY? So it's not even. Oh, well,
a little bit. There's a lot of stuff. Let me see. Oh, they don't have the records of it. If you go, some of the places have like the record. Oh, wait, maybe new construction trends. No, okay, so they don't. All right, so here we go. So this property is really neat, actually. It has a bunch of bedrooms and stuff inside. It's got like its own water well and system inside this. Can you see my mouse when I'm like pointing it?
I can see it.
Okay, I can't tell for sure. Okay, so so you've got like in this area, there's all kinds of different, I could think like a big water reservoir and stuff like that to supply the house. It's really neat, but and it comes, at least when it was for sale before, it came with a piece of land on shore where you could launch your boat from, because you need a place to be able to get to and from this lighthouse.
Because it's like 2 miles offshore,
Yeah, exactly. So let's see. After turning the lighthouse into a summer home for him, he's selling the furnished 1,500 square foot, 1897 Chesapeake Bay Lighthouse for $450,000 cash in. As is. That's the scary part.
What is it is.
Yeah. Okay. So he paid $170,000. I think that's maybe when I originally saw it. That was 2006. 2005. I think maybe that's when I originally saw it for sale. Someone sent it to me back then. That's how much I've loved lighthouses for that long.
Yeah.
I remember that. And it was in like a lot of disrepair at that point. I was like, oh man, this may be torn down. It looked, look at this. He originally made repairs ranging from sealing structural cracks to restoring rusty railings. Like, it did not look good.
Yeah.
When I first saw it. And now
Look at that.
it still kind of doesn't look good, but at least it's got nice furniture in there.
At least the walls are painted.
Yeah, no, but he's done some pretty good work. Like, it actually does look decent.
Yeah, it looks decent.
Now that he's done all this work, would you stay here? Because it's been suggested as being an Airbnb.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That would be a cool Airbnb.
Yeah, according to the Coast Guard, still uses the lighthouse for navigation purposes. The owner is still legally responsible for letting the authorities perform inspections.
Oh.
They own the light beacon within all lighthouses in the United States. That's interesting. Okay. So would you stay here? That's the question.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's not, like, even with the repairs and stuff, I don't, like, just ceiling cracks and everything. It doesn't give me a good, I don't know. It doesn't give me a good feeling about the structural integrity
of it.
But
it's been around for 100 and, it's like, it's been,
has.
Yeah, a long time, almost 150 years or whatever it was, 18. Look at this. Your husband says that would be a SeaBNB. It's not an Airbnb. That's a SeaBNB.
True. Good call.
Nice.
Good call.
Nice. And then here's this. The lighthouse has your name on it. Do the podcast in the light tower. That would be cool.
Oh, there we go.
See, now
then
I would do
it could
that.
be a total write-off.
It could be a write-off. That's our deaths could be maybe compensate. No, we don't have any. I was going to say by like our employer, but that's our own selves. So
right, that's self-employed.
Yeah, that doesn't work very well. See, it's got a 250-gallon plumbing system, a wastewater treatment system, a 550-gallon water storage tank, all in the basement of that thing.
Crazy.
Now, how far again is it off the coast?
I think it said it was 2 miles is what I saw in the original
check it out. Yeah,
thing when I sent it to you. I think it was 2 miles.
Yeah, I can't. Very interested. I don't know where where it says that. Huh.
Let me see.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see exactly how far off the coast it is. Yeah. 2 miles too far. That's what your husband has to say about that. Just outside the DoorDash radius.
Oh, it says, it's in the middle of the Chesapeake Bay, more than 2 miles offshore.
More than 2 miles offshore.
More than 2 miles.
But it is offshore. In the bay. It's not in the open ocean.
In the Chesapeake
Bay. Which I don't know that it makes me feel more comfortable.
I mean, things can still get into the bay.
I mean, that bay can get, I don't know how familiar you are with the Chesapeake, but that bay can still get really rough. In there. I mean, it's like an open ocean at points, for sure. Going to vacation every year, when I was younger, we'd go over the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel, and that was just scary enough going over that thing. And just looking how wide. Yeah.
A tunnel over the bay?
Well, the tunnel goes under the portion of the bay, yeah. Have you ever seen that? So it's
Makes
like
sense.
I don't know, 20 miles, something like that. I can't remember for sure, but it's a long bridge. /tunnel, and it's a bridge, and then you from the bridge, that starts you out over the water, and then you dive deep down into a tunnel under the water from the bridge, and then you drive under the water for a couple miles, and then you come back out of the tunnel and go back onto the bridge.
I'm having an anxiety attack just thinking about that.
I know it does. It gives me, and it's like there's no shoulder either on these bridges, 2 lanes and like no shoulder, and then it dives back down into the tunnel again. I think I can't remember, there's 2 or 3 tunnels, but either way, it just kind of comes out of the bridge and then back down into the tunnel. And as you're coming from bridge to tunnel, you also merge from 2 lanes to 1 lane, and then it's 1-on-1 in the tunnel. And so it's like, head on in the tunnel, just 1 lane each direction, and then you get back out. So it's like there's a lot going on.
Good Lord.
For being on a bridge over open water for lots of miles. And I remember right before I drove over it one time. So I drove over it. My parents were crazy, I think, because I had my learner's permit. And they were like, yeah, you can drive.
That's fine.
Yeah. And so
my grandma did that to me in Atlanta traffic when I was 15.
Yeah.
Like, throw you in the deep end.
15 years old. And they're like, sure.
Yeah.
And so I'm driving over the Chesapeake at 15, like, if I blink, we're all in the water. We're all dead, pretty much. But I know I remember like right before that, there was an accident and a girl went over the bridge. And so I remember reading about it, like it had national news, because obviously it's scary.
Yeah.
She survived because there was a boater like right there because there's and you do realize that when you're driving to the bridge, like all these fishing boats just are all along the bridge because they fish, I guess, the pylons or whatever. And so yeah, she luckily survived that. I don't know. I'm sure there's probably multiple instances with for how long that bridge has been around, people going over. But she did. She survived. But that's been like one of my big. I was like, I remember that sticks in my head because it made me so nervous before we were driving, across the bridge. But anyway.
Okay, add that to the list of places I don't want to go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
next to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
This is like an anti-travel podcast today.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe that's what it should be. Yeah. So where are we checked off? We're not going back to the Grand Canyon, not going across the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. Where else should we not go? I'll tell you one place. Let me do a positive here. Let me take this off. Okay, back to our normally scheduled program. When we were out at the Grand Canyon, we also went to Sedona. And we went to, Williams, Arizona was where we stayed before we went to the Grand Canyon. And we took a train, and that was awesome. The Grand Canyon Railway is this train that goes from Williams, Arizona. It's like a 2-hour train ride up to the Grand Canyon. For anybody that's thinking about going to the Grand Canyon and hasn't been, I think that was an awesome way to do it, just to experience that going up there. And you can stay. So we only did a half a day. So we got on the train in the morning, explored the Grand Canyon for a few hours, and then got on the train and came back. But you can take the train and then stay up there at a lodge for a couple days or a night or two or whatever, and then take the train back. But it was a really awesome experience. They had for kids too, they had cowboys that come and, and hijack the train kind of thing and rob you. And no, but it's all part of a show, and it's all fun.
That was part of the show, right?
Yeah, that's part of the show. We're pretty sure. We're 90% sure it was part of the show. But it was a really fun experience, and I think the kids would enjoy it, just to make it. I don't know. The kids, I don't feel like the kids would love the Grand Canyon at this age. They'd be like, this is what you dragged me out all this way for?
This is what we came out
here for? This is what we came here for?
Where's the Wi-Fi?
Exactly. So at least if they had that train ride there and back, that kind of makes it a little more fun and interesting, I feel like. And they're not trapped in the car the whole time. They can't move. I think that would be an experience. By the way,
he's touching.
I don't know why we got away from train rides as much. They're the best thing in the world. I want trains everywhere.
I've seen a lot of videos. There's some travel things that I follow, like on YouTube and everything.
Yeah. Sorry, it's coming from Jared. Good show. Good show. Great production value on the robbery. Great production value.
It's really sold it.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, I've seen a bunch of YouTube videos from these travel guides or whatever, and they take these trains around the country. I'm like, I had no idea this stuff even existed. You could take a train from one side to the other just about. Yeah. Still.
I took a train from when I was 15, I think, maybe 14 or whatever, two of my friends, and we took a train from St. Louis to Dallas, Texas. That was fun. I think when I was a little younger than that, with my uncle went with me and my brother, we took a train from St. Louis to Washington, D.C.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long was that?
That was, I think it was
3
I don't
days?
know. No, we spent the night on the train for sure, but I think it was only one night. I think we got there and we went to Chicago first. It went St. Louis to Chicago, and then we had 5 hours in Chicago, which was cool because at the time we went up in the Sears Tower and went and got a deep dish pizza.
You went up there?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I went up there. I know. Yeah, they didn't have that little glass box, thankfully, that you step out on at the time.
Yeah.
So I'm not about that. I wouldn't do that right now. That's a whole different story. But yeah, that's so we did. We went up in the Sears Tower. We did that, and then we went back down and continued on the train. And then we've taken a train to New York City. And then where else did I go? I think there's one other place. But yeah, I loved traveling by train as a kid. We would take it to lots of different places, and only once was it creepy.
Only once?
And I think that's a good number. I think I was probably done a dozen train rides at least, of decent length, and only once was it creepy. And what I mean by that, you get interesting groups of people that take the train. And so there was a couple of folks that were like a little bit too friendly, and you're like, you need to go back to your seat, go back to your train car, go back. And that was a little weird because they're like asking questions, all these different questions. And you're like, I don't want to. Yeah, no, we're not talking. But anyway, that was it. Otherwise, it was all good. It was all fun.
Okay. Yeah. It's not a bad percentage.
Yeah. We met friends and played cards in the cafe car. And I think I would encourage. I'd recommend a train ride to.
Sounds like I'm reading a journal entry from 1883.
That's right. We made from here. We went to the Grand Canyon. On the way,
we travels to Washington, D.C.
That's right. After we survived the hijacking by the cowboys.
Dysentery.
Yeah, exactly. We were able to make it onward, too. No, it's great. It's a fun experience. I highly recommend it to everybody. Nice. All right, you ready to get to... we're 20 minutes into the show. We haven't done any part of our show. We just started talking, but we haven't talked in a while. We haven't gotten a chance to catch up on a lot of this stuff. And then you, right before the show, sent me the lighthouse. So, of course, we had to talk about that because that piqued my interest. But I would certainly stay there. I would stay there. I would buy it, not for $450,000, because I'm guessing that $450,000, if you're just joining us, by the way, we're talking about this lighthouse here, Virginia Lighthouse for sale for $450,000, where you can stay. You just a house inside. See these pictures in here, or an Airbnb or something that you would like to stay in. I would do it. I'd stay there, but I would pay far less than that because I bet it costs $100,000 a year just to maintain at minimum.
Probably.
At minimum, I would say. Yeah. I mean, the salt water is so hard on structures. I mean, just having houses within a mile of the coast, your stuff is rusting out. That's being on land, just close to the coast.
That's true. That's a good point.
I mean, you have this thing. Oh my gosh, I can't imagine how much this stuff is just, I don't know. So anyway, I would not pay $450,000 for it. I think that'd be way too much. But I would go live there, and I would Airbnb that sucker if I had the opportunity to stay there as an Airbnb.
Would be cool.
Yeah, I think hands down. I think that'd be a fun experience and great for the kids because they can't get away. Right. They have to play. They're gonna beg you to play Scrabble. They're going to beg you to do the things that no cell signal out there. They're going to say, yes, can we play cards? Can we play Uno? Can we visit as a family? They're going to, yes. Right. And I think that's a good thing to have. All right. What's going on in That's So Florida this week? What do you have?
Hold on. We got to do Tell Me Something Good.
Oh, that's right. We haven't even done that. I forgot about that. We always start the show with that. All right, what's going on? What's the good news?
So if you missed this footage has been going viral online this week. There were 3 people that were seriously injured when a medical helicopter crashed on a highway in Sacramento earlier this week.
I did see this.
It barreled into this freeway barrier a little bit after takeoff. They were returning to base after completing a successful medical transport, and they clipped part of the tail, cartwheeled across the freeway, and then just kind of landed, came to a rest, and 15 people, just bystanders, lifted the wreckage up so that rescuers could get to a paramedic that was trapped inside.
That is crazy.
Just the strength of these bystanders lifted this plane up. And last we heard, all 3 people on board still in critical condition. There's a pilot, a nurse, and the paramedic that they helped to save. Officials said that she was in critical but stable condition.
Oh my gosh!
And it could have been a whole lot worse.
Well, and then those bystanders that acted so fast with no regard to the fact that usually those things explode.
Right. Yeah.
If not immediately, I was going to say, if not immediately, sometimes within minutes. And so they, number one, is lucky it didn't explode right then. That would be a whole different story. But number 2, that those people, they're like, doesn't matter.
Right.
We have the opportunity. We've got to go.
The disregard for their safety when they're worried about going to help someone else.
Major props to them for going to that. I saw that video and it was just, I hate, I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel about all the videos these days, everything that happens.
Yeah.
Good or bad. So it's kind of it's fun to watch the good videos. But good or bad, it's all caught on video somewhere. And it all ends up shared. Yeah. And it's it's hard to watch.
I know.
Because it looks almost like a movie scene that in your mind, that's the previously before like 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, the only place you'd see something like that was in a movie.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Like a crash that extreme.
Yeah.
Like a helicopter, when you see it come over the cars and crash into the ground.
Compilations of it.
Yeah, and it's like, so like YouTube. Before that, but then your mind knew it was fake, so like you knew that, okay, everybody's fine. But like when you watch these videos now of these real incidents, because everybody's got a phone camera or whatever, you know, it's like they all have these cameras and there's security cameras and all this stuff. Like you have to retrain your mind sometimes. At least I feel like it's like, that is real. There are real people on this thing. You know, luckily right now, all of them are, even though in critical condition, they've all survived in this particular helicopter crash that we were talking about. But it's like, they're real people. And they're on, it's like, and now there's video of this. It's like, so if they do survive, they'll have this video there all the time that shows that.
Just to remind,
I don't know that I'd want that. I don't think I'd want that if I, you know, am lucky enough to survive something like that. I just don't know. I don't know if I don't know. It's just weird. Yeah. It's just, I don't know how I feel about all that video stuff, but props to those people that ran in though, man. Ran in to help pull those people to safety. Just unbelievable. I hope that I could do that same thing if
me too.
If given the chance. What is this? This is Jared. Let's see. Jared's he said back to work about an hour ago, by the way, and he's still here commenting. But hey, I like it. Thank you, Jared. The cell phone videos are used heavily in FAA investigations as to what happened to teach further and to debrief. No, for sure. And I was you know, it's funny, Jared, that you said that because I was thinking that in my mind. I was like, you know, there's so much good because now they can see what was, you know, I mean, you can see what was happening in those FAA investigations. It makes it so much easier for them because there's a lot of, you know, signs they can tell just by how something was moving, you know, at a time. Is it in a straight dive? Was it kind of like this? Was it this? Or, you know, what direction were the wheels down? Where's this happening? It's like they can see so much. Oh, there are no lights on, which indicates electronic failure or whatever. You know, it's like they can see so much just by those videos. So that's a really good point, Jared. I think it's probably a net positive, all having the video. I'm just thinking about from my personal perspective. I don't know that I would want that, you know, later
after the fact.
Yeah. Or as I just don't know how I'd feel like as a family or something to have to watch it. You know, like I don't know. I just don't know. You know, if you have a family member on that craft, it'd be really hard to watch, and you pretty much don't have a choice if you are on any sort of internet. Right. Because without you even wanting it, it'll just pop up in your feed.
Yep. It'll just scroll up. Yep.
Right? Like without you even seeking it out. So that's what I struggle with. I'm not saying it's necessarily bad, but yeah. Anyway. All right, let's move on to. Was that supposed to be the good news? That was supposed to be. Which it was good news. I turned it dark. I'm sorry. I apologize. I turned it kind of weird.
Like, wow, this got really.
I'm sorry.
Dark.
I'm sorry. It did. I don't know what's going on.
They're okay.
They are.
They got saved by the
people.
Folks
That's
that
right.
were
Let's
standing
focus
around.
on the good part of that. They were saved by that. That's so Florida. How about this?
Yes.
How about this? I've got a Florida man. It was busted going 107 miles per hour in his brand new Corvette. Oh, man, he was having a great time along the Palm Coast. All right.
Why are you going to stop him?
I know. And you know what? He was on Interstate 95, which 107.
Most people are already going 100.
Well, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So he gets pulled over, and he's clock speed 107 in the 70. He gets pulled over. Deputies ask him, why are you driving so fast?
Yeah.
And his answer that is going viral, and it makes it that so Florida so nonchalantly. He's just like, I have an appointment with my barber.
Oh,
and the officer's like, and that's a reason to speed. Barber? He's like, you know, you're going over 100 miles per hour, which means your car has to be towed and you have to go to jail. Like if you're over 100 miles per hour.
No,
and he's like, I did not know that. And he's like, well, you do know. He's like, yeah, guess I'm gonna have to reschedule my hair.
Oh no!
And he's so nonchalant about it the whole time. But I can kind of understand why he feels. I've been on that stretch in 95, and it does. I feel like 107
is run over if you're not going at least 80.
I think he probably legitimately was surprised because he's probably done 107 on 95 for the last 35 years of his life.
What's
if he's
the
lived
problem?
in Florida. Yeah, and he's probably like, oh, yeah, it's probably fine. I've got a...
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it's like, oh, typically I go 104, but because I have a haircut, I'm going 107.
Right.
So, maybe... But yeah, I don't know if anybody else has driven that stretch in 95 in Florida. Well, really, 95 going all the way up is kind of chaotic.
Yeah,
I was going to say.
up and down. It's all...
Yeah,
75 is probably just as bad too, I would say.
Yeah,
like anytime I get on that going to Gainesville, it's like... Whew.
Yeah, it's a racetrack for sure. Mm-hmm. And 75, is 95 in that portion, is that 3 lanes each way also? I can't remember. I think it is down by closer to Miami and Palm Coast.
I think it is close. The closer,
I think it's 3 lanes, at least 3 lanes, or whatever, maybe even longer. But yeah, 75 is 3 lanes there near Gainesville and stuff.
Right.
And yeah, and it's like it feels like Frogger.
It's like Space Invaders.
Yeah, and this is actual footage of the road, just like
just weaving in and out, no blinkers.
Like, what the hell is happening right now? But yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know. The guy, of course, you shouldn't go that fast, but I admired for his hey, I was going to get a haircut. That's all I was doing. Like no other excuses. Couldn't come up with anything else. Just nonchalant. Wanted his hair trimmed. But what did you got? What'd you bring through?
So I had a toss up between 2 of these, and I think I want to talk about this one in Winter Haven, Florida.
Okay.
Where local authorities are calling this a record-setting discovery after a 51-year-old man in Winter Haven was arrested and found to be hiding a full-sized thermos.
Of what?
In his rear end.
Wait, what? I guess it doesn't matter what it's filled with if that's where it is. What?
So
why?
It started.
No,
started
don't
with a
tell
call.
me what. Wait, dude.
Hold on. Started with a call about this naked man in a public bathroom.
Of course it did. That's how every call in Florida starts.
Cops showed up. They found him clothed. And so they let him go until he immediately trespassed on train tracks and threatened an officer.
Okay.
So after that, they were like, okay, you're coming in with us.
Yeah.
So at booking, an x-ray revealed this massive thermos lodged in what the sheriff called his exit ramp. It looked to be around 20 ounces. No drugs or weapons inside, just a thermos. He had it up there for 24 hours. And doctors said it could have killed him if he had left it in longer. So a specialist had to remove it at the hospital. And this guy, Walter Freimeyer, has over 25 prior arrests and admitted to 28 years of drug use. He's facing multiple charges.
The why. I was going to ask why.
Yeah.
Why would you put a thermos?
Multiple charges, not just for the thermos. So
that is ridiculous.
I was like, wait, what?
There's so...
I know.
I feel like they have a lot of questions, but I don't want to ask them.
I don't think...
I don't want to know the answers.
They probably do have, like, all the investigators are like, we probably should ask this question.
No.
They're like, we don't really want the answer to it.
We don't want to know the answer to that. I don't want to know the answer to that, for sure.
We're good. We know all we need to know.
Nope. No thanks. Mm-hmm. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. It's a That's So Florida. It's a What the What. It's a That's All I Need to Know About
It's
You.
All
It's
those things.
All that.
All encompassing. Oh, God.
All the above.
I hope it wasn't a Stanley. All right.
I was just thinking he would never have to have, anesthesia for colonoscopies or anything if he's...
That's probably true. If he's able to get a thermos.
Save some money on insurance that way.
Oh, God. That is just... Okay. All right. Let's move on. Please, let's move on. Quick. We can't move on fast enough right now. The stream has gone dead now. Everybody's like, no. How about What the What? I want to focus on one from Missouri. This could have been a That's So Florida, honestly. This was very interesting, but this is from my home state of Missouri, where Missouri police say a man attempted to rob a convenience store at gunpoint.
Attempted.
All right.
Okay, I like
attempted,
this already.
Exactly.
Attempted
Surveillance footage captured the whole incident. And what happened is the man was wearing a pair of underpants on his head as a makeshift mask. Okay. So that's what he was wearing on his head. But later, another surveillance footage captured the same undergarments. I guess then when he wasn't wearing them on his head, they captured him holding the same undergarments, which linked him immediately to the crime and made the capture very easy. I don't know what. I guess he took them off his head at another place.
Okay.
And so then he was walking around holding underwear in his hand, but footage captured him holding that underwear in his hand. And so they were able to immediately say, well, you just had that on your head at this other convenience store. That's the same underwear. And so police tracked him down where this other surveillance footage captured him. And I don't know exactly if it was another store or if it was like a street camera or whatever, but I captured him with the same underwear, and police confronted him while he was still holding the same underwear.
Oh my gosh!
And police said, "Hey, were you over there robbing this convenience store? You have the same underwear." And he simply said, "You got me.
You got me."
And that was it.
What? I mean, I want to know. So you're saying underwear, right? That he had on his head.
Well, it says undergarments, so I'm like, so I don't know. I mean, it could have been a thong.
That's what I'm saying. Like how recognizable? Was it a pair of red? They had to be so recognizable because like most guys, they just have black boxer briefs.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you can't really pick that out of a lineup with everybody else, but it had to be like leopard. I'm just imagining like leopard.
Yeah.
Something.
I'm trying to find, let's see, man wearing same underwear. Okay, man wearing same underwear during alleged robbery leads to arrest. I'm going to see if there's any photos of this.
Oh God.
I know. I'm trying. I don't think there are. I don't know that there are. I'm watching this over here. Let's see if I'm going to watch the little video. No, they don't. No. So this is not. Okay.
No.
They don't have a video of it.
That's fine. Don't dig any deeper. You'll regret it.
No, I don't think I will. I want to.
I don't think you want to see it.
Ooh, is this it? Rob, man puts underwear on. I think this is it. Let's see. No, this one is from 2019. Wait, there's another.
Oh,
this is from a different city in Missouri from 2019. A different story. And this guy's wearing underwear on his head. Oh, look at this. Can I share this? Let me see if I can share this. This guy's wearing tighty whities. Wait. Yeah, there it is. Do you see that image over there?
Oh my gosh!
He's
got the little hole to peek through.
Yeah, it won't let me open the image any larger. But yeah, you see that? Can you see that? He's got the tidy whities.
Yeah,
and it's like that's the leg holes that he's peeking through.
Gosh,
unbelievable. But that's a different story. So that means there's someone probably saw that headline and was like, "That's a great idea. That's what I'm going to do."
Should do, yeah.
And then went and did that. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
And both in Missouri.
Yeah, that says a lot about Missouri, doesn't it? All right. What did you bring to the table for?
All right. Mine comes from Washington State, where police use the power of the blizzard to end an armed standoff, the Dairy Queen blizzard.
Okay.
This guy allegedly set his apartment on fire using a mortar and some fireworks and damaged 8 units and sent, residents all fleeing out of the building. So he was reportedly smoking drugs. He fled in a vehicle loaded with a shotgun, some bottle rockets, fire logs, and lighter fluid.
Okay.
So he was cornered after the chase, his car disabled by a spike strip, and then law enforcement surrounded him. Here's where it gets weird, though.
Okay.
Because during the standoff, this guy demanded a blizzard from Dairy Queen as a condition for surrender.
Hey, that's a good. I think that's a good.
Cops were like,
yeah.
All right. Which one of us is going to go? Somebody's got to go. So one of them goes, they bring it back with a hamburger too, for a little bonus, delivered it using a tactical robot that they had there on scene. And 4 hours into it, he gave up and he was arrested. Wow. So he is now facing charges including felony arson, eluding law enforcement.
All those things are terrible.
Held on
but what a great ending.
Bond.
And how awesome. I mean, we have a couple police officer friends. I would love to get their thoughts on this. Like, how great would it be to be able to use a tactical robot to deliver a blizzard, a Dairy Queen blizzard? What a story. That's a story you take with you. You could tell that story the rest of your life. At every party.
To your great-grandkids.
To your great-grandkids. Exactly. Every party you go to, everything, you get to tell this story. Yeah, when I was an officer, what's the most, and they're going to think, it was, I don't know. They're going to think it was some crazy different story. No, the story that you're going to tell is delivering a blizzard.
Right.
Yeah, with a robotic
that's a good,
delivery dog.
It doesn't say what flavor. I'm interested to see what flavor he wanted, but he was just demanding a blizzard.
It doesn't say in this story here. And this one here, I don't think, it doesn't, no. Yeah, it doesn't say here.
Yep.
He was delivered unknown.
Blizzard.
Unknown flavor. Yeah, sorry, no. Don't know. Wow, that's crazy though. What a cool story. All right, there's some interesting things going on and what here today. Do you have some other, do you have anything for crazy shit your kids did this week?
So I can't remember, since it's been like 3 weeks, did we talk about the Jace diaper cream situation?
I don't know if we talked about it on the show. I know that we were recording our radio show. We were on the air with our radio show, and there was a. Or wait, it was something like we're recording something.
We were recording.
We're recording something, and you're like, Jace has been really quiet. And so you're like, I'm going to go check on him. I think did we just finish? Because you didn't. I think we had just finished.
Because it was because usually he'll come in and
and you're like, he was really quiet, and so you're like, he hasn't been there in a while.
It's been really quiet.
So you left and we said bye, and then like 10 minutes later, you sent me a picture of diaper cream spread over everything,
all over the
everything
couch.
In your house.
All over the chair, all over, and that stuff. So I stripped the couch cushion off the couch and washed it. I washed the blankets that it was on, everything associated with it. And I don't know if you know this or not, but diaper rash cream, it does not come out very easily.
No,
you can still, if you put, because we have blankets that we put over the couch cushions. But still, if you touch the couch cushion, even after washing it, it's still kind of like a little bit slick right there in that big patch that he painted on the couch.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know how to get the rest of that out.
I don't know. What about it was like over everything. Did it come off like carpet and all that and other things?
Well, thankfully we just have hardwood in
that's right.
And I'd already pulled up the rug because they just destroyed that already anyway. But it's mainly just on the couch cushion, but we keep the blanket over it anyway. But I'm like, I don't know what else to do. I don't know how to get that out.
Well, your couch is, it's very porous, right? Your couch, porous.
Yeah, the material.
The material is like, it's like a kind of a lot of material there. It's not a smooth material. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I don't think it's ever coming out. I think that's one of those fun things that when you eventually get rid of that couch, you make a listing, you have to say, diaper cream spot on the left cushion. Or whatever, like that's going with the couch. Yeah, right. Whenever it goes. That's pretty fun. I was trying to think. I don't really have anything that Luna or even the boys have done recently, and it's kind of weird. Like they're in a little bit of a calm time right now. Knock on wood. Everything's been kind of. And we were gone for a while. We were kidless for a few weeks, like almost a week, I guess, about a week, as my parents were in town watching. So I don't have a lot of stories. Maybe stuff happened with them,
right?
But it was all it's been all good So I don't have a whole lot of crazy.
Good for you. I love that for you.
Yeah, no, you don't. No, you don't. Get out of here. Get out of here. You do not love that. You are so pissed that I don't have diaper cream all over my house right now. You are so pissed. I have a couple follow-ups. I got a couple follow-ups on things we talked about during the last couple of shows. Can I do a couple of follow-ups?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. One follow-up is, do you remember we talked about in Switzerland, they had a vote scheduled for the end of September to ban leaf blowers?
Oh, yeah, the leaf blowers, yeah.
Remember that? We were like, if only the problems here were as simple as, that's what they were voting, that's their problems in Zurich, Switzerland.
That's it.
It was a massive and kind of like very heated debate over whether or not they were going to ban leaf blowers because of their noise. Yeah. And that's what they were voting on. So we were like, if only that was the problems we were dealing with here. But they did. They voted 61% in favor of banning gas-powered leaf blowers. They're not allowed anywhere in Zurich, Switzerland anymore.
Oh my gosh. So they can still use electric though, right?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Electric devices will be only allowed from October to December. October, November, and December, the only months electric leaf blowers will be allowed. Special permissions can be requested to use devices at other times of the year. You got to get a special permit and only granted under exceptional circumstances.
Oh my gosh.
So, but if you have a gas-powered leaf blower, boom, out of here. So now's the time to get on Facebook Marketplace Zurich.
Right.
If you live in any other
shipping costs.
Yeah, if you live in any other part of the world. I mean, because they got to get rid of it. It's a buyer's market. It's a buyer's market for gas-powered leaf blowers in Zurich, Switzerland right now. So I just went ahead, I don't know, maybe buy some stock in electric leaf blowers in Zurich, maybe, because they got to replace all of them. It's the only ones that are allowed, but only for 3 months. But we're in those 3 months. The sales, I wonder if the sales of electric leaf blowers right now in Zurich are skyrocketing.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Because they just passed the vote. It's
what else
in October.
Do? Use a rake?
Oh, my God.
Ugh. Don't do that.
A rake is not a good tool for really almost anything. I can't stand rakes.
Yeah. It's...
let's see. What else are they going to follow up on? I think that was it. That's all I have written down. I did want to mention today is the 10th anniversary of, not 10th anniversary, but it's October 10th, which is the anniversary of Hurricane Michael, which led to the loss of our radio show.
That's right.
The first time. We've lost our show repeatedly over the years.
We've lost it multiple times.
We continue to lose it. But that was the first time.
Yeah.
We'll get it back, and then we'll lose it, and then we'll get it back, and then we'll lose it.
That's right. It snuck up on me.
Yeah. So today is anniversary of
7 years, because I was on maternity leave, and you had someone filling in for me, and Addie was not even a month old yet.
Yeah.
When we had to evacuate, because I was supposed to come back to work on the 17th.
That's right. I know.
It's the end of my maternity leave.
Oh, believe me, I know.
Yeah.
There all alone. No, I wasn't actually. We had the other Brittany. I think it was her name was Brittany.
Brittany?
Yeah. That's what I called her, the other Brittany, because my wife is Brittany.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And so she was filling in for you. She's doing a good job too. We did not make her come in to do hurricane coverage, though. Right. That would have been too much.
You get the full experience.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what's crazy? And this is crazy too, because I have a picture of my dog Grayton sitting out, because he came in with me on the 9th of October. In the morning, we had to come in right before we were forced to evacuate from our home. They gave us evacuation orders where we lived, and so we came in and just to load up some things, for the station to air throughout the day, different warnings and stuff from make sure that we partnered with the news station and stuff. Anyway, so we were doing stuff there, and I brought Grayton in because we were all leaving the house, and then after that we were out of there. So the whole family was with me, and Grayton was there, and I got a picture of Grayton, who's this tiny little puppy at the time, sitting right outside the door. And 2 days ago, he had his veterinarian appointment. for his annual checkup. And they classified him as a senior dog now.
Oh.
He's 7 years old.
Really?
Yeah. And so they said, yeah, at 7, your dog's a senior. And I was just like, what? So that's what's crazy. So here we are.
Dang.
I had a puppy
Yeah.
in with me at Hurricane Michael, which seems like yesterday. And now he's a senior.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
So.
Well, Addie just turned 7, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's crazy.
Dang.
She's a senior now, too.
Mm-hmm. She's a senior. She's acting like it with that attitude sometimes. Let me tell you.
So that's what's going on. But it's pretty crazy. Of course, we all remember that day. But man, when Hurricane Michael happened, I thought I kind of thought when I saw the destruction that there would not be a time that I lived here still that I would feel like it's normal. Mm-hmm. But I gotta give props to it came back. Really
better
fast
than before.
So that's what I was gonna say. Better, way better. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like it was so fast. I thought there's no way. I thought it was gonna be, in my mind, looking at all the broken power poles. I'm like, 10 years before we get power back. I'm like, and they had to back in a week to most places. It was crazy how fast the rebuilding process happened. And props to I guess everybody. I guess it's just everybody. Because not just anyone.
And that was the thing, because I remember
everybody.
I remember even after we got the call and we lost our job because they weren't going to rebuild it and everything. We were still posting all of the updates and things like that, because a lot of people still didn't have power. They didn't have, access to anything except Facebook. And so we were, that was one of our things that we could still do as people of the community. And I just remember sharing all these stories of people coming from all these other states. I mean, just like they do in other natural disasters and stuff. But these power guys from all these other states, from, down south in Miami, from everywhere across the country, just coming in and helping to put this community back together. And it was neat. It was really so
neat
cool.
to see. Yeah. And so cool. That was very cool. And I'm so impressed with how the overall the cities have rebuilt and like I said, better.
Yep.
They've done so many things,
because I remember thinking kind of the same thing. And also oh, well, my career's over. My, it's all over. We're done.
And,
it's just a thing. And then,
we're still working, but your career is over.
It's kind of tanked a little bit, but for the most part, it's you think it's over, and then God opens another door, and it's we can do this now. We can do a podcast now.
We can do a podcast now. Exactly. And voiceover work was kind of like a side thing at the time.
It was.
For both of us.
It was
because we had all this other show.
Extra little thing.
Now that's our main thing. And it's amazing because it's a whole, as we got to pivot to that. Kind of thanks to Hurricane Michael, because I don't know that we would have had the time. When you lose your job unexpectedly that fast, and you have all that extra time, you start to think, okay, now, what am I going to do? How do we do this?
And what am I
and you start building these things that you didn't think you could build.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It was really neat. So props to that. Anything else you want to add before we get out of here today?
I don't think so. I probably need to check on my kids, because
it's been really quiet.
They're in the living room. I see them. So.
Oh yeah, you got your little camera up. What are they spreading on the couch this time?
I don't know. I can't tell.
Because last time you were like, oh, they're in the living room.
Jace is partially out of view, so I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, can't wait to see how you rebuild your house. Hey, thank you so much for listening, watching wherever you watch and listen from. Thank you for your comments, Jared. I appreciate that. He's back to work now, I think. But be sure to like us and favorite us and follow us wherever you listen to your podcast: Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music, or whatever the case. Wherever. There's there's more than a dozen places I think you can get podcasts, but it's everywhere. One that we'd really like you to follow us and like us on is YouTube at Flippin' Street or Make It Weird. You can watch us there. Also, if you missed this entire episode or maybe just parts of it, you can go back and watch the entire thing on YouTube at Flippin' Street or Make It Weird. So make sure you do that and like us on Instagram and Facebook, and so we can share further episodes with you. So, yeah, thank you. All right.
There you go.
Hey, it's been fun.
It has
real.
been.
I think we've done a good job of keeping it weird throughout this entire process.
Showing why we've gotten fired a couple times.
Yeah.
Play us out. What are you doing?
Okay. I don't know. I wanted to make sure we kept it weird enough. Have a great day. Have a great week. We'll see you. Bye.
Oh my God.